comes power.
We give you more power with information.
99.3
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
The stories that matter to you from across the street to across the globe.
There was a general complaint of voter apathy. What do you think was responsible for that?
This what this man is telling America. You show clothes of hush puppy. You do this, so you clothes. Also, you deputy inspector general police. What a shit.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
In a world where misinformation runs rampant, one show stands apart from the rest. Get ready to embrace the truth as we bring you the most hard-hitting stories and unveil the real facts. Welcome to Hard Facts.
I am Mary Ann O'Connor, and this is Hard Facts, where we separate truth from fiction. We're passionate about the hard-hitting stories that matter. Get ready to challenge your perception and discover the real world. Let's dive deep into the issues that affect our communities, revealing the untold stories and giving you a voice. No sensationalism, no bias, just raw, unadulterated truth. I am committed to delivering news without compromise. Hard facts as we know them, when we know them, and how they affect you. Every Monday through to Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. This will be your most authentic news experience starting now on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Are you tired of all the noise and speculation in the news? On Hard Fact, we cut through the clutter and get straight to the truth.
If only Fubra has been aware of the boo-boo trap, he would have understood in democracy there are bases for everybody to do accordingly.
Join us as we bring you the stories that matter. We go beyond the headlines to uncover the real facts and the core of every story.
We are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, nothing good will come out. What did they promise us? They will be in charge of security and life and whatever. But what are we getting in return?
With in-depth analysis and experts interviews, Hard Facts delivers the truth that others dare not to reveal. Tune into Hard Facts every weekday, 3 to 6 p.m. and arm yourself with the knowledge you need to navigate today's complex world. Hard Facts, where the truth always prevails.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
.3 Nigeria Info. This is the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live out of our audio-visual studios right here in Itime and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Mariana Kun. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. It's so good to have you join us on Hard Facts today. Yes, this is Hard Facts. And from now till the 6 o'clock hour, it promises to be no dull moment. This will be, like I always say, your most authentic news experience. And we talk more about politics and the state of the nation. And we'll look at all kinds of issues, especially the ones that you and I can connect to. And we try to make sense of it all. But because it's been a weekend into a brand new week, we start off with the big weekend stories. And they're not just one, not two, not three. They're 5. Welcome to the big weekend. There's so many stories as we speak right now. Live in Ado Ekiti, President Tinubu and Oyebanji are receiving endorsements. Yes, Oyebanji obviously is trying to run for governor again for a second tenure. And I do not really know for the life of me why every governor in the APC across the country is seeking for an endorsement so that they can also in turn endorse Mr. President when we're just in 2025. It beats me, but the weekend was very pregnant, full-blown, I must tell you. And the former governor of Ekiti State had a lot to say about his party, the PDP, which many have wondered if he really still is a member, about his friend Nyesom Wike, about the president, even about Oyebanji, the governor of Ekiti State as we speak, and several other matters arising. I will try my best to play some of the interesting points that I picked from that interview that he did, I think on Friday, on television, on Channels Television. I will try as much as possible to play some of those clips and then bring you up to speed with the big stories that we have today. Allow you to be part of the conversation. By the way, we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info FM 99.3 on X. Nigeria Info FM Lagos. Join the conversation. Use the hashtag hard fact. If you are listening to us from outside of the country, you want to be part of the conversation, all you need to do is join the conversation via WhatsApp. It's 0809597585. If you want to call, yes, from outside of the country, you can call that WhatsApp number. But if you are in Nigeria, you can send me a WhatsApp message. Or better still, the phone lines will be open in just a moment. But as usual, you know how we welcome you to the show.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
The big weekend.
Welcome to the big weekend on Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Mariana Kwon, welcoming you to the show. Let's start with Zamfara State. You have been hearing that story in all of our news bulletins. I'll just like to bring you up to speed once again with that story. Armed bandits led by a notorious kingpin, Kachala Bello, also known as Dan Sadia, has reportedly killed many captives in Zamfara State. It's a very sad situation, a very sad day for the people of that community. My heart goes out to the victims who hailed from Yamatsua and Banga villages in Karwan Namoda local government area. They were among 80 residents abducted during separate attacks in two communities recently. What we hear that the survivors said number of people were killed. The number of people that were killed were about were up to 50. Residents confirmed this to the Daily Trust newspaper that on Sunday, 50 people were abducted from Banga alone, and only 18 survived. Among the dead were infants born in captivity to women who had been held for weeks, they added. Similarly, 20 of the 33 people killed in Yamatsua also died in captivity. And the part that really aches my heart is that ransom was paid. They suffered, struggled to get those monies together and still kill. I think this is why, I don't know, there's nothing I'm going to say now that's going to, just in any way numb the pain. I'm looking for the right words to say because it's a very sensitive situation, but how many more people have to die? And this is to the state governors and the National Assembly and the president. Well, your president is in Ekiti. They are having a party in Ekiti. They are endorsing the president and the Ekiti people, APC. People are dying. People are dying. How many more of us have to die for them to take this terrorism issue seriously? Remember what the former soldier said last week. I'm still brooding over that. Yeah. Well, let's move away from that. The APC defends Yilwatda's his appointment amidst fierce opposition over INEC ties. Well, yes, and you're wondering, what does the APC national chairman have with? What relationship does he have with INEC? I mean, he's a party man. What's he doing with INEC? Let me give you some background. Apparently, the emergence of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda, as the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, is not sitting well with some Nigerians, particularly members of the opposition. We hear that his role as a former resident electoral commissioner with the Independent National Electoral Commission is viewed by the opposition as a strategic move by President Tinubu to compromise the commission's independence ahead of 2027 general election. In fact, the new chairman of the APC emerged from the National Executive Committee meeting of the party, which was held last week Thursday. Remember, he resigned as INEC rec for Benue State in 2022, replaced by the way the erstwhile national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, who resigned his appointment June 27 due to health issues. Now, everyone is wondering why, as a member of a political party who's now become chairman, why we should not raise eyebrows. But then many are saying, look, he left. He no longer works with INEC, so he doesn't necessarily have any influence on INEC. So why are we worrying ourselves over this? And there are those who are saying, no, this is a strategic plan. But my question to you guys is, are you bothered? Do you have any concerns, if there be any, about this guy? Are you worried in any way? Is it a cause for concern, really? Moving away from that, Dangote is back in the news. There's a fuel war that's brewing, according to the Punch newspaper, as Dangote presses Tinubu to ban imports. Dangote has actually asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to include refined petroleum products in the list of items banned under Nigeria's first policy of the federal government, but this was unanimously rejected by all marketers and some industry analysts on Sunday. The Nigeria First policy seeks to ban government agencies from importing goods that can be produced within Nigeria, i.e., petrol. In May, Tinubu barred government agencies from importing goods and services that were available locally. The policy also stated that no procurement of foreign goods or services already available in Nigeria shall proceed without justification, as a Bureau of Public Procurement. There has to be a Bureau of Public Procurement waiver. So there was a Global Commodity Insights Conference on West African refined fuel markets, hosted by Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in partnership with S&P Global Insights. At that event, Dangote requested in clear terms that petrol, diesel and other refined petroleum products be added to the items banned under the Nigeria First policy. Are you in support of Dangote's position? Do you think that the Dangote competition can force an increase in local production? Do you think that if we're making these policies, then we need to abide by it totally? I just saw Ayo Fayose right now at an APC gathering. So obviously he's no longer a PDP member, or will he be dragged for anti-party? I'm watching it live on TVC right here in Ado Ekiti. Well, in interesting times, aren't we? Anyway, let's quickly run through all the stories so that we can just allow you to chime in on some of these stories. Let's talk about Ikeja Electric. For those of you who do not know, there's no power. Yeah. But then there was a circular that was sent last week. When I first saw it, I was like, huh? But then, Ikeja Electric had announced a 25-day blackout in Lagos. And this is from the Daily Post newspaper. This was confirmed in a notice posted on his social media account on Friday. The notice revealed that the outage would commence on July 28, that's today, and run until August 21, 2025. On the stipulated dates, there will be blackouts between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily. The DISCO explained that the outage is to enable the transmission company of Nigeria to carry out work on the Omotosho Ikeja West 330 kV line. The message said, and I quote, "Please be informed that the Transmission Company of Nigeria will carry out scheduled maintenance on the Omotosho Ikeja West 330 kV transmission line on Monday, July 28 to Thursday, August 21, 2025, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily." The notice read, "During this period, customers may experience intermittent power supply and load shedding across the network due to the planned outage." So don't be scared. It's not a blackout. You're just not going to have light from 8 to 5 p.m. But I'm wondering, how will this affect businesses? Because that's when businesses actually open at 8 a.m. and sometimes close at 5. So, or sometimes 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's for those who go to the 9 to 5. I'm just saying, how are businesses going to cope with this mini outage? Or maybe not mini. How are businesses going to cope with this 25-day outage? And will your business survive it? Especially if your business depends solely on power, are you going to be making more of a loss or a profit? I'd like to hear from you. Please help me. Talk to me, okay? And finally, I just want to drop this one. 2027, we will match APC tactics for tactics, says ADC. Let's go to Ayo Fayose, please, because Ayo Fayose right now is speaking. I wish I could play the audio of the speech that he's making now. He's at an APC endorsement campaign in Ekiti State for Mr. President and, of course, Governor Oyebanji, who are members of the All Progressive Congress, by the way, and not members of the PDP, a party which he obviously belongs to. And questions are being asked, obviously, as to which I remember the presenter on television last week asking him clearly what party he belonged to, and he said he's a member of the PDP. He's never going to leave the PDP. So, Ayo Fayose at an APC event right now. Again, does the PDP have what it takes to rein him in? Because I asked the PDP spokesperson last week on this show, and he played, dilly-dallied around the question and skirted around it, but didn't really necessarily answer the question. What does this mean? But here's Ayo Fayose speaking last week. I'll start with this first clip.
Thank heavens to pull it out at once. What can a man do in 3 years or 2.5 years? What miracle? What miracle can anybody do? Even if I become president of Nigeria, I can only do what I can do. The situation is critical, wide and deep. What can a man pull out of Nigeria since 1960? Which miracle? So don't let us come and discuss. In fact, Tinubu inherited, I've said it on this platform, inherited a very bad economy. Very bad situation. Everywhere was in trouble. So don't let us come here and start saying some people are talking. Atiku has been vice president. What miracle did they do? What miracle?
The confidence that you have, Governor Fayose.
So he was making a case for Tinubu's 2 years of not being able to achieve anything. If anything, he buttressed the fact that Tinubu's administration was unable to do anything in 2 years. And he continued to press on the fact that, what did this government do? What can anybody do? What magic can anybody do in 2 years? I wish that I was Sheon. I could have pointed him to Abia State. I could have pointed him to several other states, not under this administration, who had achieved a lot in 2 years. But this was his defense of the Tinubu administration. Let's take a listen to another thing that he had to say on that show. This video is courtesy of Channels Television.
In 2015, before Buhari defeated Goodluck Jonathan, everything was in Jonathan's favor until Buhari defeated him and the APC.
No, everything was not in favor of Jonathan. Let me say it very well. I was one of the last governors that got on board. Jonathan, a complete gentleman. The only error at the time was if he had anointed or supported somebody from the north, Buhari wouldn't have won that election. That is the gospel truth. For Jonathan to have contested, they were able to blackmail him and cause the north to vote against him to win the election. So don't tell me, Jonathan, good man, fantastic man.
You don't think that there could be a surprise by spring up? See what is happening in the ADC. The opposition political party heavyweight are gathering under one platform of the ADC, and they are shaking.
Only the PDP.
There's a tremor already.
Only PDP. No. I disagree with you. The people that are in ADC, they are from PDP. I don't like mentioning names, Shehu. But let me tell you, it is PDP in another shell. Don't let anybody come and tell us that.
But that may not be 100% correct, sir. There are a lot of members of the PDP in the ADC, but you have the likes of John Oyegun in the ADC. You have the likes of Peter Obi in the ADC.
Let me tell you, I don't want to mention names, Shehu, because if you mention people like Oyegun, fantastic elder statesman, Oyegun is tired. People you are mentioning, they are tired.
Is Peter Obi tired?
Tired. People are just.
What about Peter Obi?
Who? Peter Obi is still bouncing with energy.
What about Rotimi Amechi?
Talk about Peter Obi.
9.3.
We have to take a break. We'll be back.
3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Supermalt for unstoppable you. Fueling your vitality the whole day through. Embrace each challenge with renewed might. With Supermalt, your performance takes flight.
With 20 essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients, one Supermalt multivitamin after breakfast every day keeps you going.
Mom's love is pure. So you know she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fries cheers you up. Mom's tasty stew nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra oil, pour pure love.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra seasoning cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra cubes. Come cook with Terra.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hot Fact with Marianne Duke-Okon.
They are tired.
Is Peter Obi tired?
Tired. People are just.
What about Peter Obi?
Who? Peter Obi is still bouncing with energy.
What about Rotimi Amechi?
Talk about Peter Obi here. look,
all of them said they are with the ADC.
Congratulations, sir. I'm not contesting where you are, Shehu. They can be anywhere they are. You are only asking me to tell Nigerians the truth. This Tinubu, whether he's running, he's smiling, he's walking, everybody wants to contest. Go and wait for till 2031. We cannot be telling lies to the people. We cannot be managing words. This Tinubu, forget about you. Tinubu outside government consummated APC. Took that APC up, won defeated PDP in 2015. We told the opposition in 2023.
He indeed had a lot to say. 0201-277-0993. That's the number for you to call. 0201-465-7190 for the ladies only. The same Ayo Fayose is on the APC stage right now. Obviously campaigning for, and he did say it in the interview that he will be throwing his support behind the APC governorship candidate, while he, obviously a PDP member, is in support of Mr. President and the sitting governor. Let's talk Lagos. I have one more clip, but let's go to the phone lines. The big stories for today: the deaths in Zamfara state, bandits killing people that they had kidnapped, even though 50 million was paid as ransom. Dangote asking that the Nigeria First policy be also approved when it comes to importation of fuel. Ikeja Electric's 25-day power outage. How's your business going to survive? And of course, the ADC is talking tough. They're telling the APC that we're matching you tactics for tactics. Let's talk, guys. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point, please. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Miriam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. How was your weekend, Miriam?
Good.
Are you surprised at this kind of people, this kind of politicians we have? Haba. The kind of politics they play is that of anywhere the left face now. Stomach infrastructure. That's what comes prior on the agenda. So I'm not moved by anything you play because they are the praise singers and the trolls of this present administration and indeed the past. Now they are trying to end their pay. You know, concern me. My worrisome comment now, or what I want to talk about now is what happened at Zamfara State. Marianne, even when you were saying it, you could not even complete your sentence. Because indeed, the question you raised is, how many more innocent Nigerians have to die in the hands of terrorists before insurgency is nipped in the bud in this country? What is even the Zamfara State government doing about the pains and the groans of its citizens presently? What is it doing? The president does not really have anything to do with this because he will not even answer them. All he's particular concerned about is his re-election bid in 2027. That is what is at the front burner of his scale of preference right now. So whether Nigerians die in their thousands or millions is of no concern or importance.
Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Bolly. I appreciate it. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Mary Anno Amakam.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Joy from Iba.
Go ahead, Joy.
Oh, the people, this 2027 is causing a lot of problems. People are dying. Look at Zamfara. If it's not Zamfara, it's Benue, it's Plateau, and we have presidents. We have lawmakers. They don't care. They are only after 2027. All the people. This way. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Marianne.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, Paul online.
Go ahead, Paul.
I don't like joining with Fayose. When he was crying, this and that, he went to FCC. I'm here, EFCC. He's not paying him for what they are paying him for. He was doing their job. He has no political relevance in his state. So he just praising APC and so on. Is there any difference between Fayose and Wike? So that's the kind of politician we have. Nobody talk about the situation in the country. They killing every day. And nobody, it's quite unfortunate. You pay the ransom, you are here. Christopher Musa will be telling you they're on top of the game. Army will tell you they kill 100 and so there. Every day. There's no problem. What consoles me is nothing lasts forever. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for calling. Not necessarily a handful of people out there, not the crowd that I expected. I expected a huge crowd in Ado-Ekiti, but sizable enough, I guess. I'm seeing the spokesperson for the National Assembly there sat on the podium. I don't see the president, so maybe he's not there, but we hear that the president and, of course, the governor have received statewide endorsement. I'm guessing statewide means the people who were in that crowd are the ones who are giving the president and the governor an endorsement. And of course, I've seen Ayo Fayose there on that stage, and someone else now is there singing praises, obviously. To the praising the praises of the governor, obviously, and asking people to vote for him yet again. When the time does come. But I wonder why that is a front burner issue across the country for APC state governors, as opposed to the welfare of their people, as opposed to the insecurity, the cost of living crisis, the fact that the FAC allocation is huge, but the people are not seeing the money. Well, let's talk, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. It's still the big three on Hard Facts. Turn off your radio.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Indubisi from Janiki.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, Maria, the life of the people does not matter. Does not matter to this our government. I just want to use this million to advise Nigeria to protect yourself. If you want to leave that place and come, all of us should come to Lagos and stay. If it's better for them.
Sorry. So, Indubisi, so that me and you will not quarrel. What do you mean by they should leave that place? So they should leave the place that is their home and go to where?
Fine. Marianne, the people who are alive, they talk about who. When you know that the government is not care for you, they are not protecting you, what will you do? If you make a move, are you a firewood? Are you a stick? See, I'm from Imo State. For the past 7 years now, I never go my place. Because of the killing. I remain here. Life first before another thing. If for me, for them, let them leave that place and relocate. When I to main road, when they come and sleep for main road, yeah. Their life is more important. Nigerian government does not care for anybody's life. You must make life for yourself. When you die, you can talk about tomorrow.
Thank you very much for calling. I have no words. Hello.
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Abigail calling from Sudan.
Go ahead.
The man that went interviewing was asking what will you expect? What do you expect president to do in 3 years or in 2 years? There are many things we expect him to do. If he cannot do anything within 2-3 years, let him lead the country the way he meets the country. I know Amos was right when this man enter government. Amos is right now. I know Amos is everything. So if you cannot do anything within 2-3 years, he leave us the way he meet us. Look at Nigeria. Only this country you will see somebody has to be born. They will pursue rat. Nigeria insecurity everywhere. They are there in the kitchen doing something I don't even know how to explain. Something that is coming next 2 years. That they are there enjoying, doing party. Why Zamfara everywhere, insecurity everywhere. No problem. It will happen to everybody. I wish all those things happen to poor people. It's happening to them. They will know what to do.
All right. Thank you very much, Abigail, for calling. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So I want to talk on the issue of the power outage.
Go ahead.
You see, I don't know, is it really necessary? Because how will businesses fare on those days and times? I think it's almost a month now, from 28th of this month.
It's about 25 days. Yeah, almost a month. Yes.
Wow. Those with cyber cafes, I don't know how they will do it. honestly, even those with frozen food, man, they should think about it. They should think about it.
Thank you very much for calling. And that's the question I'm asking. For those of you who run businesses, small, medium businesses, what plan do you have to keep your business afloat? Would you be running at a loss, or I really don't know. I don't own a business, but I'm just thinking about it. How are you going to cope for 25 days? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miriam. Good afternoon.
Yeah, not a woman. Don't call the female line, please. I say God beg you. Hello? Hello? Oh, so you know you're a man and you're calling the female line. It's good that you didn't say anything. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Miriam.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, go ahead, please.
Yes, I don't have any problem with Ayo Fayose endorsing Tinubu. Honestly, I don't have any problem. But what I want to plead is that let them conduct a free, fair, and credible election. Democracy is not coercing the people. Democracy is not bringing out sticks to say go to your state. Democracy is not about rigging elections. If you are good, let the people make their choice. If in 2027 the people go to the polls and elections are conducted free and fair, it must not only be free and fair, but it must be seen to be free and fair. Then let Tinubu continue. But all these ones that they are doing now, INEC here, what do you call it, judiciary there, all of these things, they should stop it. Let them conduct free, fair, and credible election for Nigerians. That's all.
Thank you, Ambrose, for calling. I do appreciate it. 020127709993. That's the number for you to call if you are male. For the female, 0201-465-7190. You can join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 0809-5975-805. You can call if you're listening from outside of the country. Call us. Only if you're listening from outside of the country, but if you are in Nigeria, just send a WhatsApp message. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. Post your comment on our live stream. Would like to hear from you. Before I go to the WhatsApp messages, here's one more clip from Ayo Fayose, obviously, speaking on the issue of party politics, who wins. I think what got me in this interview is how he already had... I don't think I got that part of the clip, but I think it's online, where he said APC will come first, ADC will come second or something, PDP will come fourth, Labour Party. He and I'm thinking, so I loved it because the presenter asked him, how do you know this? You have just one vote. How are you supposed to predict an election in that way? And he said, well, I know it. And so the presenter said, or has the result been written already somewhere where you know about? And, he chuckled. It's the audacity for me. I don't know about you. Take a listen.
Outside of your party indicates that you are working against the interests of your party.
Well, Shehu, let us come out and be straightforward. Nigerians know where I belong at every time when it comes to issues about politics and our country. When I was a sitting governor, I did not hide my support and respect for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I never did. I was upright. I stood my grounds. I visited him severally as a sitting governor. I recall when he had a knee surgery, I went there openly to say hello to him. He wasn't president at the time. President Muhammadu Buhari was president of Nigeria. And I recall very well, the president asked that I should come to APC. And I said no. In fact, when the PDP, President Muhammadu Buhari, late President Muhammadu Buhari, seems to be playing games, I was one of the people who said to him, this APC is going to do that, may do this, may do that. And the next thing the president now did was to start dancing and started singing. And I want to recall the song now that he sang. I can't. I couldn't recall it. But I remember he told me the shortest distance between the north and the south is the APC. So I couldn't understand at the time because he told me that after President Muhammadu Buhari's 4 years, anybody should be able to wait for another 4 years. So zoning to the south by PDP is good for them. Because today, President Bola Tinubu is the shortest distance for power to return to the north. So on whether I am to be trusted or not, I don't have to be trusted. That is the problem. You know the situation of our party today. And it's in my prayers that the PDP does not come forth in the coming elections.
00127709993. Ayo Fayose there speaking on, of course, the state of the nation. He says he doesn't care. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Actual lady, good afternoon.
Yes.
This is Chris.
Go ahead.
That is Nigerian politicians for you. They don't have shame. The same Buhari, Fayose will condemn Buhari. 2 years of Buhari, he said a lot of things about Muhammadu Buhari that time. The same Fayose today. The other day, he defeated the EFCC in the court. The court to discharge him or whatever. He was jubilating. Today, he's telling us story that this man cannot do it in 2 years. Buhari, did he give Buhari 2 years? No, because now your own person. I for them by politics. For Dangote, bring your fuel to 5 or 300. I will not go and buy at NMPC for 865 naira. Why must you ask them to stop importing? We have other 25 modular refineries. One is in my place, in Kwale there. NMPC refused to give them crude. Winner takes it all. Let Dangote stop complaining. Bring your price down. We will buy from you. Then for the Wari man, the chairman where they appointed, whether not former INEC, the ball is in Nigerian court. If we allow what happened in 2023 happen in 2027, we all are goners. Like I always said, not the football club. We all are in for it.
Thank you very much for calling. 02012770993. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Miriam.
Good afternoon.
Yes, so I'm Madam Lucky. I'm calling from Ibejuleki.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, so Miriam, Shebi, you remember in January when you were anchoring a show, when the president said he's going to bring down inflation by 15%, and you were asking Nigerians, and I told you that he will not be able to do it because by October this year, political activities will pick up and he will be distracted. Shebi is what is happening now. You see, I want to tell you one thing. See, I am an insider of the APC. I'm a card carrying member there, so I'm not anybody. Nobody should misunderstand me. You see, when they were saying when the ADC come upon, they say, "Oh, they will not last." See, they know what they are doing. You see, Wike now. Wike is no longer talking about Fubara again. All what he's talking about is the ADC. The president, when he wants to talk, is the ADC. So if it's not important, why are they talking about it? So the mistake has been done. The thing is that, see, why this president survived that election, let me tell you, Marianne, today. See, both in Buhari camp then, they never wanted Tinubu, but Buhari prevailed of them not to work against him like Wike. Just allow him to go if he win, but if he does, that's why people at the Maregbe they did not pass, they just allowed the man go. If they work for the opposition, I think we would have won that election then. So this time we are telling you now, those guys now, they are in the ADC. The National Assembly members that he pinch Akpabio upon to bring forth Akpabio, they are there coming to the ADC. We are the grassroots that our members are suffering because children could no longer afford the baby food again. They are heading. So this man, see, the election in 2027 is going to be a very, very funny game. And people think INEC is not the problem. Forget about INEC. The party structure, once the party structure is very strong, nothing. And in our community, there are places you go there with camera on election day. They destroy that camera. Thank you very much.
All right, Madam Lucky. Interesting perspective. I've got about 6 minutes on the clock. Let me quickly go to WhatsApp. I want to read some WhatsApp messages. And don't forget, you can post on our live feed on YouTube. Let me start with Facebook, okay? Ajaka Ogechuku here says, for the news items, 5. Riggers, jam riggers, winners take it all. Nigeria is blessed forever, he says. Indeed. Bernard Ohi here says, I never take Ayo Fayose serious. Whenever I see him on TV, I switch to another station. Okay. Let's move away from that. Let's go to WhatsApp. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'll run through all of them. This one says, I whip for my country, Nigeria. God help us. According to Mr. Chris, we're all in for it. Emma, thank you. This one says, it is very unfortunate that this crop of politicians are myopic, self-centered, and they don't even have the interests of the masses at heart. Who are the masses, please? Lucky from Moe here says, if there's not going to be light for 25 days, they will still bill those estimated. Will they still bring the estimated billing? That's a question for EKDC, not me. IKEDC. Because at some point my light was disconnected and they still gave me bills on top of the disconnected light. My dear, you have to go and ask questions. Someone Tunde from Ikeja here says, this is the story that I read from the Daily Post newspaper. Okay. Yes. This is a news item that I know that Echo serves us, so we are actually off. I think that the distribution companies would explain to us that it is the TCN that's doing it. So it's not that they're the ones who are doing it. It's the TCN, that's the Transmission Company of Nigeria. They're working on an Ikeja, what's it called? Ikeja Motor Shore. Let me get that information right, please. A Motor Shore Ikeja West 330 kV transmission line. Yeah. So I think that is right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you very much for the clarity. This one here says, Ayo Fayose at an Ekiti campaign rally on a working Monday morning. Is the governor and APC not embarrassed of the high unemployment in the state? On Fayose, Tinubu and the judiciary, they've forgiven and cleared Fayose of his court case. So why won't he campaign for Tinubu? Femi from Ikorodu. Michael from Sabo here says, it's rather unfortunate that these killings have refused to stop with no long-lasting solution in sight. For Dangote, federal government should not listen, I beg, as I foresee monopoly from him, just as we have had it with cement presently. For Fayose, I do not expect him to say otherwise due to the attendant or his antecedent. But honestly, it will be difficult to displace Tinubu in 2027. Okay. Henry Arupe here says, we hardly have had lights on a good day, not to talk of disrupting service to carry out repairs. It makes no difference. Henry from Bejuleki. I know that part of Lagos still has power problems. I think somebody called me from Ekpe also that they've not had light for a long time, for months and months unending. Only in Nigeria can you hear talks like that's until 3031 and opposition can have power over this nation. It's a great shame that to this country. Chinedu from Ikoton. Okay. Ayo here says, the killings in Zamfara will not attract any attention from government since shedding of blood has become normal. Even before the repair, EKDC has not been giving us light under Band A. It is unfair to force exploitative payments. Fayose is only after his stomach infrastructure, he says. Interesting. Someone here says, Dangote wants competition. Same thing he used Obasanjo to achieve during his regime by chasing away Ibeto. He wants to monopolize the energy sector too. The president should never allow that to happen. Dangote is monopolistic in nature. The federal government should not give him a chance to monopolize the oil sector. What Nigeria is experiencing in the cement industry should be a dreadful warning. Ajayi, Olushoga Ajayi from Odonla in Ikorodu. This one says, good afternoon, Miriam. Why are bandits being free after Nigerian army captures them? What kind of people are we in this country? Innocent people are being slaughtered every day. Todo John from Lekki Phase 1. And this one's from, you didn't give me a name, but it says, on the endorsements crazy going on in some parts of Nigeria, I wonder where INEC as a regulator is while this shenanigan is going on. This so-called competition as encouraged by democracy itself. If people don't have alternatives to choose from, is that not a dictatorship? Ayo Fayose has to show appreciation for his corruption case that was forgiven by the leprosy APC government. Wow, you are not nice. Oh, yeah. And this one says, Ayo Fayose has been set free by Tinubu's administration. So once you join or support APC, your sins have been forgiven. Adams in Ikorodu sent me that one. And this one says, when I advise people to nah, sir, I'm not gonna read that message. Don't do that. This one says, Marianne, for ADC, no tata, no nyanya, they know they cannot remove a strand of hair from APC's body. So the so-called coalition has disgruntled elements, so they just want to get political relevance and shop at, I'm sure you mean chop Atiku's money. Okay. Robert here says Nigerians should not kill themselves because of Nigeria's politicians. They are all after their tummy. So I'm not surprised about Fayose's chameleon behavior. I have much respect for Madam Lucky's unusual contribution on Nigeria Info. Okay. Thank you very much, Robert. I'm going to go on a quick break. When I come back, I might be able to read a few more of your messages. It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Mariana Kum. These have been the big weekend stories, and the weekend has been pregnant, of course. Ayo Fayose has been talking a lot, and he's been campaigning also for the opposition in his state. Where does that leave the PDP? In the mud?
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marian Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Conversation, more talk, more right after this.
I am malaria, the king of malaria parasites. My mission is simple, to take over your body, to cause fever, chills, headache. But one thing stands in my way. Come on.
Effective relief from malaria. Comal on. Malaria gone. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult doctor.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, for that tasty meal where you like, oh, I mean, you want cook food to impress, oh,
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepper Terra.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
This is not just a debate, it's a battle of minds, a clash of brilliance, a war of words, and only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set, the stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Good tasty food is worth living for. Worried about your oil every time you enjoy your favorite meal? Introducing Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Smart Balance Rice Bran Oil is rich in gamma oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Good food, no worries.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Marian Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I've got just 1 minute on the clock. I can take one last call and then we'll wrap things up. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Marian. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's Ben calling from Eva.
Go ahead. You have 50 seconds.
I see Ayo Fayose. I'm telling you the truth. It's just a waste of time. This man, it doesn't deserve for Nigerians to discuss this matter. I'm telling you. I remember when he was governor, when he was crying, when they pushed him down, they dealt with him. We were discussing his matter. Sandra was handling the issue at that time. We were sympathizing with him. When at the end he wrote EFCC, I am here. They arrested. He was supposed to be in prison because everybody know what he did that time. Fayemi, even when he was governor, Fayemi defeated him. And he just anybody that
I have to go. I'm so sorry. Our time is fast.
Anybody that wants to cover his corruption will use P2B.
I'm so sorry. I have to let you go.
Save you the stress.
Count on us for your daily dose of information and current affairs.
You ask for it, the conversation, and more on Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
And now the business news.
99.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to the business update. At this time, the African Democratic Congress has condemned President Tinubu's administration following the National Assembly's approval of an additional $21 billion in foreign loans. In a statement on Sunday, the party warned that Nigeria's public debt could exceed 200 trillion naira by the end of 2025 without visible economic benefits. It also faulted the National Assembly for approving loans without scrutiny, warning that the rising debt burden is suffocating small businesses and overtaxing struggling families. Meanwhile, the National Identity Management Commission has denied any involvement in the alleged sale of Nigerians' personal data, including BVN and NIN, to fintech companies. In a statement issued on Sunday, NIMC's head of corporate communications, Kayode Adegoke, described the reports as misleading and distanced the agency from any criminal activity. The clarification comes after the EFCC revealed the sale of personal data to fintech firms, allegedly for about 5,000 naira. NIMC is warning citizens against disclosing their NIN to unauthorized persons or organizations. Politician and businessman Tonye Cole says Nigeria must improve its global image to attract investment in the energy sector. He blamed poor governance, and corruption rankings for scaring off investors. Cole says better policies and a shift in leadership mindsets can create the right environment for growth. Meanwhile, Lagos and parts of Ogun will face daily power cuts from the 28th of July to the 21st of August due to maintenance by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Power will be off from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Areas affected include Ikeja, Shagamu, Ogijo, and Abeokuta. The upgrade will improve real-time grid monitoring, and discourse say load shedding is expected while normal supply will resume after each day's work. And that's all the business updates we have for you at this time. It is back to Hard Facts with Marianne Jukokon right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Okaifo. Thank you for your time.
The news. Timely, fresh as it breaks on 99.3 Nigeria.
You're listening to the home of great talk and exciting conversations.
Many times, I think the word submission used in the context of marriage is very ambiguous.
When you eat granite too much, you will get eye problems. Or when you drink garlic too much, you get eye problem. Is this true?
Just like you said, these are myths.
He said, women, speak life into your husbands, even when he's not acting right. And I almost threw my phone at him.
99.3 Nigeria.
Credible journalism, bridging the gap between people and those in authority. With Hard Facts, you are sure to get only the facts.
Tune in to Hard Facts with Marianne Cole on 99.3 Nigeria.
This is Checkpoint on Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's Monday and it's time for Checkpoint. Yes. Checkpoint, we're checking in with Lagosians. And of course, how you're moving about town, how the police is treating you at the different points, how last mile is treating you, how road safety is treating you, even the soldiers. But then I want to talk about something, permit me if you don't mind, to talk about something that has been in the news. Some people have been dragging the Chief of Naval Staff for horrible feeding of soldiers who are in the theatre of war. Remember, I had a former soldier here last week who touched on it briefly. But then a video has come out again. And the man is pushing further, is threatening, that, I don't want to put words in his mouth. But they had the first video that came out had somewhat opened up the fact that monies were being given for feeding of soldiers, but what they were given was, I kid you not, I'm going to post that video on my Instagram handle, on my Instagram stories. Please go on my Instagram stories right now. My Instagram is MIMIEYO. That's Mimi Ayo. You will see the state of the soup. The meat is like Maggi cubes. It's that tiny, like seasoning cubes, this tiny. I would not feed my dog. I don't have a dog, but I love my dog, and I'd not feed my dog. I used to have a dog as a child, very big one. Even as a teenager and a grown-up, I had a dog. And I'm using that as an example. Not even my dog would eat this soup. I'm posting it now on my Instagram story. You can also watch it on my Facebook stories. My Facebook is Marianne Duke Cone. It's what it's not necessarily what he's saying. It is actually, how do I put this? It's not necessarily what he's saying. It is the soup, the food that we're feeding the people that are supposedly there to protect us. It is what bothers me. The fact that our soldiers, who you would never hear anything from them, no complaint, because there is a code in the armed forces, you obey before complain. But the complaints are mounting, and it calls to our attention that, let's not forget that we're having to deal with insecurity. 50 people were killed in cold blood after they had paid ransom of how many million? Our politicians are somewhere in Ado Ekiti having a tea party, a jamboree, dancing thingy. Lawmakers, governors, they're there. And this is detail for several other states who think that it's a time for them to be campaigning as opposed to sitting down day and night and tinkering on how they can deal with insecurity across the country. Our soldiers are beginning to come on social media to complain. In fact, the ones that can't are now using people who know them to come online and shout and scream about the way that they're being treated. These are people who lay down their lives for us. So I want to play the audio for you, but if you want to watch the video, it's on my Instagram handle. It's MIMIEYO. Just go on my Instagram or on my Facebook, Marianne Duke Cone, and watch it. But I want to play you that audio. It worried me. From the moment, the first one caught fire, obviously, and one could have just easily waved it as it's one of those things. But I've had so many of these videos. I remember the video that I played for you guys when soldiers were crying when they ambushed and killed their friends. And don't forget, I also told you about a video where soldiers were saying to themselves that we're being told were posted to a place to read that a de-radicalization camp of terrorists who most of them killed our fellow soldiers. What are we de-radicalizing these guys for? And what is our priority in this country? Is it to end terrorism, or to in one breath say we want to end it, but then we'll continue to let it fester because someone's making money from it, or we don't want to step on our friends' toes? And when I say our friends, I'm talking about politicians and their friends, not us. It worries me, really. And if you're listening to us, this is Nigeria Info 99.3, and welcome to Checkpoint. Today, we're checking with our soldiers. How do we intend to fight terrorism to a standstill if our politicians and our leaders seemingly are complicit? How do we intend to do that? I'm really heartbroken for our soldiers, because what they do is they sign their death warrant as they try to keep our borders safe and keep our people safe. Because we don't even have enough policemen. We have half of our policemen in Ado Ekiti now guarding these people, these people who say they are our leaders. And one of us, there's one policeman to 500 of us. And even as we don't have enough of them, they're all in the pockets of politicians. Where do we go from here? Take a listen to the guy. He sounded very pained.
If you think that these people you are sponsoring to come to the comment section and say it's a lie, it's not true, Oga, I will dig you and present you to the Chief of Naval Staff down to your IGR. I am telling you. Well, I believe Baba for the boys who will be liberal and will not tolerate this kind of nonsense. I'm telling you. But it seems you feel you are more smarter. You can deploy propagandists to come and say that this feeding is not true. But I want to bring to your notice, this feeding, this caliber of food that you are giving people is only even meant for duty watch. People that are not on duty don't feed. And the last time I checked, some months ago, you were paying them 12,000. 12,000. You will now say the complaint got too much. You increase it to 18,000 out of 90,000. That is what you are paying them. What now becomes of people that don't keep duty, or when you are not on duty, what becomes of the money? And I heard that equally this evening you had a meeting with your commanders, right? Right? So please, better accept this in good faith than to come and be sponsoring propagandists. Because I see that you think you are more smarter, you have a better counter propagandist, be people that will speak against this. Let's see how good it will do you.
So this is a man who's calling out someone, who is some like a line manager in the army, who's in charge of feeding of the officers that are on duty, those who are in the field. Have you seen that food? Go on my Instagram. It's MIMIEYO. Or you can go to my Facebook story, Mary Ann Duke Ocone. The video is there. So you can see the food. I want you to see. It's like gutter water. And the protein is like a sizzling cube. I say, not my dog.
If you think that
not even my dog will eat it. It's terrible. And we are fighting terror. How do we intend to do this if the men who are supposed to be fighting terror first are not equipped mentally, emotionally, otherwise their tummy is not full? What are you doing? You're shortchanging them. You're making a fool out of them. What is this? 020127709993. That's the number for you to call. 0201-465-7190. Where do we go from here, Lagos, Nigeria? Where do we go from here? Welcome.
Hello, Miriam.
Yes.
Hello, Miriam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Obafemi is calling from Aja.
Go ahead.
I think, from my own point of view, I think we should try to verify information depending where we get there before we put it on radio. Because to me, to other people, they might think you're trying to bring the government, the military down. You don't know me. Wait, you don't know me.
Which people? I don't need to know you. Sorry, sir. Before I brought this video, hold on, please. Are you going to let me speak before you continue?
Speak, let me hear
So
you.
what I'm saying is that if you listen to me at the beginning, the first video, I paid no attention to it. It's the follow-up video that I'm playing. And this is not the first. I've played so many videos of soldiers complaining about all kinds of things. And I had a former soldier here last week. Maybe you didn't listen to that conversation, but go ahead.
Okay, please. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say you.
No problem. Go ahead. You have a right to your opinion, but go ahead. I wanted to set you straight. Go ahead.
So what I wanted to tell you is that when you see things like that, I believe you should make a call. You have all the information you can use to get whether that is true or not. Because somebody do a second video and said, and if you say we are lying, you bring propagandists. I don't think it is right with the way the Nigeria media is now, that people can use AI, they can do all kind of things. I believe before you bring this type of thing on the radio, you should do your own proper.
So they use AI to make the food, to make that food, right?
No, for real. Anything is possible in Nigeria now. Anything is possible in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. So the reason why I picked on this video, and again, of course, every time things like this happen, the army will come out and give their own statements. People will give their own statements. Do you remember when former police officers wanted to go on a protest? When they started talking about the fact that the emoluments were not paid, this and that, they said, the commission came out and said it's not true, In fact, I was one of the people who said, oh no, these guys can't go on protest. It's not possible. But then they did protest. And what happened? Some people were arrested. And then finally, when it gathered momentum, I think it was Shore who was one of the people who joined in the protest and gave it some life. And that's one. There's also a group of retired soldiers that have continuously come on Nigeria Info over and over and over and over again till one died. One died recently. And what were they talking about? The fact that the emolument had not been paid for years and years. And these are people who have continuously fought for this country. Can we also say that they use AI to create that? I'm not in any way faulting you because, we're in an age where all kinds of things happen. Now, you and I also know that it is rare for soldiers to come out and say, this is happening, that is happening. I think it was 2016 or 2017, Kofi and I used to do the Morning Crossfire. The very first time in my life as a journalist, as an adult, that I saw soldiers complaining. I think it was the Buhari administration, if I'm not mistaken. And for all intents and purposes, we refused to play that video. We talked about it. We tried to probe that video and say, soldiers can never. It's not possible. They came out to say that the weapons they were using to fight Boko Haram were old. They were moribund, like Nigerian Airways. And that these guys had more sophisticated weapons. Do you know how long that went on before the army finally said, oh, yes, our equipment are old? But they came out over and over again to say, no, that's not true. Our soldiers can never say that. Nobody's trying to make the army look bad. Please don't get me wrong. Nobody's trying to make the military look bad. Nobody's trying to make the government look bad. But when the people who are supposed to fight our wars to protect and keep us safe from these terrorists and bandits and whatever names they come with are complaining, instead of quickly releasing statements, how about addressing those issues? Looking at the downline. If someone has been accused of siphoning money, pocketing money, and this is not the first time, and that's what my guest said last week. One of the reasons why there's been a lot of people retiring early from the army, leaving the army, is because according to them, politics has taken over. And the smaller person is not considered. It's no longer hidden. And I asked him a direct question on that day, that is he saying that the top brass in the military are now just political, they care about themselves and they don't care about the officers and the men? He said a lot. But I also understand if the army and the soldiers or the navy or whatever are trying to save face, that's fine. But you can't come and tell us that this food was made out of AI. Sir, please. Welcome to Hard Facts. Okay, you are in a very noisy place. Thank you for dropping that call. 0201 277 0993 0201 465. Before I take another call, it's very important that we talk about this fight against terror. Remember the story that I brought out on the 3 o'clock hour? 50 people. Do you know how many people have died in Plateau, in Benue? How many more people have to die for us to take seriously this fight against terror? And it's a lot of things. I remember also asking my guests if we were all serious about dealing with the situation, all hands on deck, and we got an angel from heaven that will damn the consequences and do right, how long will it take us to win that war? He said 1 year. 1 year. We've been at it more than a decade. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, actually, good afternoon.
Yes.
Chris is my name.
Go ahead, 60 seconds, please.
This APC government are so lucky, right from Buhari to this one that is there today. Despite all these failures, you just mentioned how many people that were killed after paying ransom. Fayose and Co, they were in Ekiti, adopting one man. These supporters of APC will not see that. They will not see all these failures. They are talking what the soldiers are going. The ones on Kujimi Brain, one of them died now, last month. I think Adebayo or something. And somebody is coming to tell you doing the verification of which grammar did he use. Why are we like this in this part of the world? You said they are defending us. The soldiers are trying, I agree, those ones on the field. But the generals are my problem. I keep on saying it. It's a slap on them. I can't be a general in Nigerian army. This type of thing will be. I'm saying my own now.
Well, that's why you're not a general in the army. Rest.
Oh my God, Maria, it's painful now. How can? You go to Nigerian army.
Thank you
people
for
like
calling.
accusate them.
Thank you for
people
calling.
Like this, some of them.
Thank you for calling, Chris. I have to go because I don't have too much time. I need to take everybody's call. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, Mariana, I agree to you.
Yeah.
That approach
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you said, if the information is true, I think the authorities concerned should look into that and rectify it, because these are our gallant soldiers. They are defending us from this insecurity terrorists. And if they are hungry, if they are not treated well, they cannot perform. I have to feed them very well, get them well fed, so that they can, perform. They got the energy to perform. They must make sure they are happy, exercising their duties. They don't just leave them, treat them like they are nobody. Because if they are defending us, this country, Nigeria, defending people, the battle they are facing is not a small challenge. It's a tough one. Some will go there, they will lose their life, and they are still going, battling and
all right.
making sure this...
I have to take another call.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you.
I have just 2 minutes on the clock before we go on a break. It's quite a long break, but we'll come back and continue the conversation. I remember also years ago in Port Harcourt, I think at the time I was doing a different show, and we were talking about police welfare. And at the time, the police were complaining about their welfare. And a police officer called me on live radio in the afternoon and told me, I walk in this police station, call the name of the police station, Abacha Police Station. There's an Abacha Road in Port Harcourt. And he said he was just posted from the north to Abacha Police Station. And that he had nowhere to stay. The little money he was given, he had to give it to his family to feed. He said everything down to his shoes, he buys it. He said he had to to save money. He sleeps in an abandoned vehicle inside the police station, wakes up early, goes showers. The money that is due him, his line manager, I don't know what they call them, takes the money and gives him maybe 15,000 out of. I'm not joking. It was on live radio. He kept his, identity safe, but he told us, the police station that he worked in. So it's not that anyone's trying to make anybody look bad. These things are happening. If someone comes out and damns the consequences to say, I'm calling you to do right, change what is happening, it doesn't mean that they're trying to bring down the whole Navy. It doesn't mean that that's the whole Navy or the whole army that's doing it. But if certain people have continuously been fingered for diving monies, for not diverting funds, I mean, come on. And nothing has happened to them. Maybe we're not ready to fight against terror. We'll be right back. It's still Checkpoint. Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Running a business is a long journey, and you need constant financing to keep it running. But without a partner, that journey can be very tedious, very costly. And you alone cannot sustain it. This is why you need Meristem Finance Limited.